not sure if it's morning, or afternoon, but good afternoon. On behalf of the Roma City Council, I welcome you to today's exciting announcement regarding our historic suspension bridge and other funding initiatives. The Roma-Miguel Aleman suspension bridge, which serves as our backdrop today, was built in the late 1920s and operated from 1928 to 1979. Although it has been idle for nearly half a century, continual efforts have been made to restore it and to bring it back to its former glory. Today, I am happy to announce that we have made great strides in making this dream of restoring our national historic landmark a reality. During the last 2 years, your Roma City Council administration have worked tirelessly with our counterparts in Mexico, our county judge, Eloy Vera, and other county leaders, TxDOT, NADBank, USDA, and our representatives at the federal government in prioritizing this endeavor. When it comes to our suspension bridge, we find ourselves in a race against time, and every move we make as leaders is crucial in sustaining the viability of this passageway. To use a baseball analogy, great things are accomplished when leaders come up to bat for their people. In fact, to save this bridge, we need a home run, and we're in the 9th inning. Fortunately for us, our representatives in Washington have stepped up to the plate to deliver on moving this restoration initiative forward like never before. Today, I sincerely thank our Congressman, the Honorable Henry Cuellar, for securing $5 million earmark to fix our bridge. We'll gain access to this funding in the next few months and begin preliminary engineering studies. I would also like to thank Senator John Cornyn for supporting this project and helping us to initiate international trade and economic development projects. Thank you both for listening to the needs of our people, sharing our values, and understanding our council's desire to work and helping to prosper and improve the overall quality of life for all the citizens of Roma and the region. Once restored, this bridge will be more than a beautiful landmark serving as a dedicated pedestrian crossing. This pedestrian bridge will ultimately allow for the expansion of our current concrete bridge and the creation of a new bridge, helping us to meet the ever-growing demand of imported goods into our country. It has been a long journey, but we are closer than ever to meeting our goal of restoring our bridge for decades to come. Before concluding my remarks, I would be remiss if I didn't mention our critical partnership with the North American Development Bank. Without NADBank support, we could not engage in any of these transformative projects for our community. This past year alone, NADBank helped the City of Roma with nearly $700,000 of grant funding. $250,000 of the grant monies come from the Technical Assistance Program and will be used for legal and financial studies. $450,000 comes from the Community Assistance Program and will be used for the much needed compactor for our landfill. This coming year, NADBank has already helped to secure an additional $135,000 that will be used for our suspension bridge. Thank you, Mr. John Beckham, NADBank's Managing Director, for taking the time to be here with us today and for sharing this historic moment and for being a trusted partner for our beloved city. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to call on our local champion, and like I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again, a champion for South Texas communities, because when we ask and when we speak of our needs, he listens. And not just once, but he comes back to our communities time and time again to make sure that we have what we need, and sometimes just a little bit more to help us out with economic development. I'd like to call on U.S. Congressman Henry Cuellar.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank the mayor and the city council for all the work that they've done. Thank you so much, Mayor, city councils, the administration also. I also want to thank our local partners, the County of Stark County. I know we got some of the representatives here. Cynthia, on behalf of the county judge, and of course our county commissioner also, thank you so much for being here with us and for being partners. El Lao Mexicano, muchas gracias al Lao Mexicanos. Ahorita vamos a oír de la ciudad de Miguel Aleman y muchas gracias al estado de Tamaulipas, al gobernador, muchas gracias. Thank you so much, porque lo hacemos juntos. Como usted dijo, el Río Bravo, Río Grande no los divide, pero los une como dos naciones, y muchas gracias por el gran trabajo a ustedes. I certainly also want to thank also our partners on the Senate side, Senator Cornyn. Ana Garcia and I have been working together for a long time, and Ana, thank you so much, and please send my best to the senator for the work that we've been doing together. Thank you so much. Gracias. Thank you. Before I say a few words about NADBank, why don't we, I think she was a freshman, right? Miss Roma Laura Ramirez, for the great job that she did a few minutes ago. Thank you. Wonderful work on that. Let me say a few words. This is, again, we're here because it's a team effort. And we would not be here if it wasn't for the whole team. And we are here from some of the team right now. But again, I want to start off with NADBank. NADBank plays a very important role. You've heard some of the announcements, and they've been doing so much work along the border. And John, you were deputy, now you're the person in charge. Thank you for the work, because you know the border, and thank you for being here with us. And thank you and your staff also, Jesse, over here, Jesse, and all your team. You have a wonderful team that you have, and thank you for being here. Look, 7 years ago, you know the history. 7 years ago, I think we had about $10 million. The $10 million went away because, again, you need both sides. We need a little bit of help on the Mexican side, but I feel like the mayor said a few minutes ago, it's going to happen this time, because we got NADBank that's going to help us make sure that both the U.S. and the Mexican side. We got $5 million for an earmark that will get started very soon. The study that we're going to announce today is very important to make sure that the Mexican requirements are met. And once we get this done, we might need a little bit of extra work, money. We'll come back to NADBank to make sure that it gets it done. But I feel very confident that we will get this done this time. Today's announcement is about $835,000. And Mr. Beckham will go into details. The $450,000 for the equipment for the landfill operation project. Again, we got to have that landfill and the operation and the work that the equipment will be used. And again, as the city is growing, as you know, Mayor, it's very, very important that we have this landfill. And again, we want to thank NADBank. The other $385,000 will be to study the international suspension bridge rehab between Roma and, of course, Miguel Aleman. That's a requirement that we need to have, and NADBank will help us on the Mexican side. The new compactor, again, will be able to handle about 40 metric tons of garbage. And again, this is key. I'll let John go into the details, which is but this again will be important to make sure that we provide the waste collection and disposal service to over 14,000 individuals in Roma and Escobares. And again, we want to say thank you for this announcement itself. The other one, the Roma-Miguel bridge study, as you know, it's very important. It's not only the money for construction on the U.S. side, but we need help on the Mexican side so we can work together. So this will be important to do this study to get the job done. And I know we got Mr. Guerra here present, and Aduanas también el lado mexicano, muchas gracias. You know what this means. Last year we had $863 billion of trade between the U.S. and Mexico. That's $1.8 billion every day. And because of nearshoring, and again, I tell my friends, nearshoring is a new term, but we've been using this for a long time. It's called maquiladoras. And I think Sam knows this very well, but we know that it's going to increase the trade between the U.S. and Mexico, and this bridge will be important. Think about what's going to happen. We'll be able to remove the pedestrians from that bridge, put them over here, and then put a commercial lane over here. So what does that mean? That means that the pedestrians, the shoppers, the tourism, para este lado y al otro lado, para el sur, va a estar en este lado. Y aquí vamos a tener los camiones. Y con estos cambios que queremos hacer, esto va a mejorar el comercio entre los Estados Unidos y México. And this is why it's important. It's not only a historic bridge we need to take care of. It's not only the historic bridge, but it also has a impact on the trade between the U.S. and Mexico. When we hear not only from the U.S. side, please listen to the words to our friends on the Mexican side, because they said it well. It's not only about trade, it's not about economics, but it's the identity of Roma and our city across the river. It means the region. It means what it is to be Mexicano, what it means to be an American with Mexican blood. So it means a lot more than just that. But I'm excited because I think for the first time in a long time, I feel extremely confident that we will get this bridge taken care of. So with that, I want to say to all of y'all, to all the team players, thank you so much. NADBank, again, you're going to make this happen. And again, Mayor, to you and the City Council, congratulations and God bless you. Gracias.
Our next speaker represents our communities at the office of Senator John Cornyn. She keeps the senator informed about the great projects being undertaken in our region. Let's welcome Ms. Ana Garcia.
Let's give another round of applause for Laura. She is doing an incredible job and such a beautiful young lady. Good afternoon, everybody. I didn't want to start without acknowledging our sheriff, Sheriff Fuentes. Thank you for your leadership and all our law enforcement who are here today. Thank you for what you do day in and day out. We appreciate you. I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize Cynthia Sakulensky from the Rio Grande Valley Partnership, the Rio Grande Valley Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Unfortunately, Senator Cornyn could not be here today to join you, but he has asked me to read a letter on his behalf. And it says, "Dear friends, while I am not able to be with you in person today, I join you in celebrating North American Development Bank's grant funding announcement for the City of Roma. The North American Development Bank has a long history of improving the quality of life on both sides of the U.S.-Mexico border. and their investment of $835,000 for international bridges and improved landfill waste collection will build on this legacy by fostering greater prosperity and well-being in Roma and communities across Texas. I commend the City of Roma, Mayor Jaime Escobar, and the City of Roma Commission for their continued leadership and efforts to bring economic prosperity to the Rio Grande Valley. I also want to thank my dear friend, Congressman Henry Cuellar, for his unwavering commitment to the border region. It is an honor to celebrate today's historic announcement, and I look forward to seeing how these projects will benefit South Texas for generations to come. Sincerely, United States Senator John Cornyn. Y a nuestros amigos de Tamaulipas, gracias por su amistad y aquí estamos para servirles. Gracias.
By the way, it was the senator's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. The people at the City of Roma are grateful for the funding opportunities that arise with organizations like North American Development Bank, also known as NADBank. Our community faces unique challenges, and one of them is the management of waste at our landfill. NADBank helped secure funding for a brand new compactor worth $4,500,000. For the Roma-Miguel Aleman Transmission Bridge project, NADBank is also contributing with Stark County and the City of Roma. Let's welcome Managing Director John Beckham.
Well, thank you, everybody. Muchas gracias a todos y todas. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you for the heartfelt hospitality and welcome. My first of, I hope to be many visits to Roma. Like I say, next time I'm here, we'll be able to cross the bridge together with me. I hope to be here sooner than we get this thing done. I'd like to begin with recognizing U.S. Congressman Henry Cuellar, a leader in advancing the U.S.-Mexican relationship and expanding our border infrastructure. He's been a big promoter of the bank, and I don't pay him to say the things he says, so I'm really very, very grateful. I'd also like to recognize a few other key partners today. Ana Garcia from Senator Cornyn's office, and please extend our appreciation to the Senator for his support of the bank and the bilateral relationship, as well as a belated happy birthday. I'd like to also recognize Stark County Judge and County Commissioner of the Court, Roma Mayor Jaime Escobar, and the Commissioner's Court. Thank you for the hospitality and the opportunity to get to talk with you all, hear what you all are thinking. Alex Barreras, City Manager, Roma, nuestros amigos y amigas de Miguel Aleman y Tamaulipas, como Iliana Alamar Garcia, la Secretaria de Desarrollo Económico, Turismo de Miguel Aleman, Sergio Carlos Castellano, Subsecretario de Desarrollo Sostenible, Competitividad y Comercio Exterior del Estado de Tamaulipas. I also like to recognize and appreciate Sheriff Fuentes. Thank you for greeting me today. And I also have to give a big shout out to my colleagues, Jesse Hereford and Carlos Acevedo, because they're the guys who really do the heavy lifting to make all these types of projects work. So thank you guys for all your commitment to what we do at NADBank. So a couple of you guys maybe scratch your head. What the hell's NADBank? So the NADBank is a binational institution established by the U.S. and Mexico to channel funding, technical assistance, and grants for infrastructure needs all along the border that improve the environmental and community well-being of its residents. So that's what we're here to talk about today, and that's what our purpose is. The bank has an ambitious program and strategy to continue growing with this border region over the next several years, and I'm really pleased and enthused to hear about the activity you all have and the dreams you have for the growth that you anticipate for Miguel Aleman and Roma. One of the unique things we bring is we are able to build the bridges because we are a binational entity. So we work with our Mexican and U.S. partners to make infrastructure happen that benefits everybody along the border. And this bridge can be emblematic and will be emblematic of that kind of cause and commitment to our mutual and prosperous future together. I like to say that NADBank is the right bank at the right place at the right time to help our communities grow, because we are from both sides of the borders. We're from the region. We're based in San Antonio, have an office in Juarez. We live, breathe, and we want to be here in this region. Also, the friendshoring, maquiladora, ally shoring, however we want to describe it, is a huge opportunity and challenge for the region. We need to take advantage by investing in the infrastructure to preserve the environment, preserve the jobs we have, and create new sustainable jobs for our children and their children. We see it all along the border, but especially like communities in Roma, these major infrastructure projects are what's going to drive that growth. And so I'm happy today to talk about some of the things we've got going right here, right now in Roma. Through our community assistance program, which is designed and focused on waste and water sanitation, we've approved $450,000. We've done more than approved. We actually got working a trash compactor in the sanitary landfill. Now you're saying, well, it's a compactor. Well, it's actually a very efficient and great way to extend the useful life of the landfill you have here. If we don't have this kind of infrastructure, we don't continue to modernize, landfills get filled. That is an expensive proposition to try to decommission those. You have to find new sites to go into to find a new landfill. You have to get permits. You have to extend get the neighbors. No one likes a landfill in the backyard. So if you can make the one you've got work longer to accommodate the growth you have, we think it's a great opportunity. We're happy to have been able to help in that process. The Community Assistance Program is also a grant program that is funded from different sources. Part of it is the NADBank itself, and part of it is from the United States Congress through the support of Congressman Cuellar and Senator Cuellar. So again, specific example, thank you very much. Also, the NADBank is supporting the rehabilitation of this bridge. We've approved $385,000 in technical assistance to advance the necessary studies and engineering work for this construction. And one of the key features we're doing is we can provide these facilities and this expertise on both sides of the border. Half a bridge doesn't solve our problems. We need both sides. And I think that's the challenge that I accept from Congressman Cuellar, to get this both sides meeting in the middle, on time, on budget. And so this technical assistance will help us do that. And I think we all know that Mexico is the United States' largest trading partner. And for that to continue being a source of pride, a source of economic prosperity, and a source of binational relationship, we need to maintain this infrastructure so that it can meet the new needs. To conclude my remarks, I just want to say that this is the best part of my job. It's a sunny day. I'm out by a cool bridge that I hope we're going to be able to finish. And being able to see, most importantly, firsthand how these projects help people like you all and communities like your alls contribute to the well-being of your communities. So, gracias por permitirme celebrar con ustedes hoy y felicidades.
The Roma-Miguel Aleman suspension bridge is the absolute symbol of the fraternity and goodwill between our community that spans to both sides of the border. Let's welcome Iliana Garcia, representative from our sister city, Miguel Aleman.
Buenas tardes. A nombre del biólogo Ramiro Cortés, quien encabeza la administración municipal de Miguel Aleman, les da la más grande de las gratitudes por todo el esfuerzo que están haciendo, no solo por el puente, sino por todo un proyecto que ha permitido que no caiga, que no decaiga. Hace días me preguntaban cuál era el esfuerzo ¿O por qué tanto empeño en cuidar algo que tenía tanto tiempo? ¿Por qué si unos fierros viejos se convirtieron en el motivo de dos pueblos, de dos naciones? Y les contesté, porque hay amor, hay pasión y hay espíritu. Y mientras eso no caiga, eso significa que gente como todos los que están aquí presentes, seremos testigos de la historia, que esto no se caerá. Esfuerzo como el del mayor, el del congresista, como el de John, como el del biólogo Ramiro y todos los que han participado en este gran esfuerzo, no es más que la cadena del esfuerzo de tanta gente que viene atrás. Solo que a esta generación le tocó no dejar caer el puente. Hoy seremos la suma del esfuerzo de muchos y de muchos pesos, de mucho dinero, pero que sabemos y agradezco que comprendan que la parte que nos toca poner a lo mejor solamente es el puño, levantar la voz y agradecer, porque no faltarían ceros para agradecer y manos por aplaudir por lo que hoy hacen por este puente. En una ocasión dijeron, hay que ser un ejemplo en el mundo, ejemplo nacional. Le dije, ¿qué hizo París para que la Torre Eiffel se convirtiera en que los fierros viejos fueran tan atractivos? Nosotros tenemos un puente de fierros viejos y tenemos la pasión para llevarlo a todo el mundo. Hoy vamos a sacrificar tiempo y esfuerzo. El dinero ya lo están aplicando. La voluntad de todos está aquí. Estamos siendo testigos. Y hoy, como dijo mi amiga Lilian, God bless the big bridge. Thank you. Mi inglés es malo. Claro, gracias.
The City of Roma and Stark County are working together to rehab, modernize, and ultimately make use of the Roma-Miguel Aleman Suspension Bridge as a pedestrian crossing. Let's welcome Stark County Representative Ms. Cynthia Fuentes to give a message on behalf of Stark County Judge Eloy Vera.
Good morning, or good afternoon. Well, Judge Vera is very sorry that he couldn't be here today, but he sends the following words to you. He says, thank you for joining us this morning for this historic event. I would like to first of all thank U.S. Congressman Henry Cuellar and U.S. Senator Cornyn for their unwavering support of the restoration of this historical landmark and ensuring that our community source of water continues to be safe by providing critical funding to maintain the structural integrity of the Roma-Miguel Aleman Bridge. Thank you, Mayor Escobar, the City of Roma Council, as well as the City Administration and staff for all their work in putting this event together and for their continued efforts to bring this project to reality. I would also like to thank all the partners, including the North America Bank Development and their Managing Director, John Beckham, all of our federal and state partners, Customs and Border Protection Director, Andres Guerra, for their continued support on this project, and our neighbors from Miguel Aleman, nuestros vecinos y socios de Miguel Aleman. Gracias, 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 for showing the value and impact the bridge will have on our communities on both sides of our border. I would also like to acknowledge that this project has taken the dedication of many individuals throughout the years who spent countless hours working, planning, and researching the task at hand. Thank you. Again, thank you, U.S. Congressman Henry Cuellar and U.S. Senator John Cornyn, for your commitment in serving our communities in Washington, D.C. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In closing, as the only remaining suspension bridge in the restoration of this landmark will help preserve the historical legacy of our community and allow for it to be admired by generations to come. Respectfully, Judge Eloy Vera.
Now it's time for the authorities from the City of Roma to symbolically receive the funds awarded by NADBank. Please make your way to the front to receive the symbolic check and be part of a historic picture. Thank you.
Look, for the first photo, we're going to have the city officials with